There are some stories that do not just entertain you, they change the way you look at life forever. Tonight, I want you to forget your stress for a few minutes. Forget your worries, your failures, your fears about tomorrow. Because this ancient story from China carries a message so simple, yet so powerful, that once you truly understand it, you may never see life the same way again. This is not just a story about monks. It is a story about joy, about death, about freedom, and about the secret of living lightly in a heavy world. So dim the lights, relax your mind, and listen carefully, because somewhere inside this story, there may be a lesson your soul has been waiting to hear. Once upon a time in ancient China, there lived 3 old monks. No one knew their real names, not because people forgot them, but because the monks never told anyone. To this day, they are remembered only as the 3 laughing monks. The 3 monks were always together. They walked the dusty roads of China, from village to village, from town to town, crossing mountains, rivers, forests, and crowded marketplaces. But what made them different was something no one had ever seen before. They never preached. They never gave long spiritual speeches. They never tried to convince people to follow them. And they never argued about religion, philosophy, or truth. Instead, they did only one thing. They laughed. Whenever they arrived in a village, they would walk silently into the main square. For a few moments, they would simply stand there quietly, looking at the people around them. And then, they would begin to laugh. At first, the laughter was soft, gentle, warm, peaceful, not forced, not fake. It sounded like the laughter of people who had discovered a secret too beautiful to explain with words. Slowly, people passing by would stop and stare. A child would smile. An old man would chuckle. A shopkeeper would laugh under his breath. And little by little, their laughter spread through the entire village like sunlight after a storm. Soon, everyone would be laughing. Farmers, merchants, children, travelers, even the saddest people in town. For a few moments, all worries disappeared. People forgot their problems, forgot their anger, forgot their fears. And when the whole village was filled with laughter, the 3 monks would quietly leave and continue their journey. That was their teaching. Laughter was their prayer. Joy was their meditation, and silence was their wisdom. Across China, the 3 laughing monks became famous. But unlike other spiritual teachers, they never claimed to have answers. Still, wherever they went, people felt lighter, happier, more alive. It was as if these monks carried an invisible reminder. Life is not meant to be lived only as a burden. Yes, pain exists. Yes, suffering exists, but life itself is still a miracle. And maybe the greatest mistake people make is forgetting how to smile while they are alive. For many years, the monks continued their strange journey, spreading joy without speaking a single word, until one cold morning, everything changed. The 3 monks arrived at a small village in northern China. The air was freezing. Fog covered the streets, and while walking through the village, one of the old monks suddenly collapsed. He died instantly. The news spread quickly. Villagers ran from every direction. People expected crying. They expected mourning. They expected the other 2 monks to finally break down in grief. But when they arrived, they saw something unbelievable. The 2 remaining monks were laughing, not softly, not politely. They were laughing harder than ever before. Some villagers became uncomfortable. Others grew angry. How can they laugh? People whispered. when their closest friend has just died. Finally, a brave villager stepped forward and asked, "How can you laugh at a moment like this, for the first and only time in their lives?" The monks answered. One monk wiped tears from his eyes and said, "Yesterday, while traveling here, our friend made a joke. He challenged us to a bet. He said, 'Let us see which one of us dies first.' The monk smiled, and today he won." The villagers stood there in silence. Then the monks began laughing again. But this time, their laughter felt different. It was not disrespectful. It was not madness. It was acceptance, peace, freedom. Then the second monk explained something even more surprising. Before dying, the old monk had left one final request. Tradition demanded that a dead body be washed and dressed in clean clothes before cremation. But the monk had written, "Do not change my clothes. I was never dirty for a single day of my life. No filth of this world ever touched me, because I laughed it all away." The villagers were stunned. Still, they decided to honor his final wish. As evening arrived, the funeral fire was prepared. The old monk's body was placed onto the funeral pyre wearing the same simple clothes he had always worn. The village gathered around silently. The flames were lit, and then something unforgettable happened. As the fire touched the monk's clothes, fireworks suddenly exploded into the night sky. Hundreds of colors burst above the village. The monk had secretly hidden fireworks inside his clothes before he died. For a moment, the villagers stood frozen in shock. And then, they burst into laughter. Some laughed while crying. Some cried while laughing. Even the people carrying pain in their hearts felt something heal inside them. And in that beautiful moment, everyone finally understood the monk's message. Life is temporary, death is certain, but fear does not have to control us. Most people spend their entire lives worrying about things that will not matter in the end. They forget to enjoy the simple miracle of being alive. They forget to laugh. The three laughing monks understood something rare. If you can laugh even in the face of death, then life can never truly defeat you. So the next time life feels heavy, pause for a moment. Look at yourself in the mirror. Smile. Take a deep breath. And remember, you are alive right now. That alone is a gift millions never receive today. Do not wait for life to become perfect before you allow yourself to feel joy. Learn to laugh during the chaos. Learn to smile during uncertainty. Because one day, all of us will leave this world. And when that moment comes, the real question will not be, how much money did we make? Or, how many problems did we solve? The real question will be, did we truly live? Did we allow ourselves to feel wonder? Did we share light with others? And most importantly, did we remember to laugh along the journey? If this story touched your heart, keep its wisdom with you tonight. And if someone in your life is carrying stress, sadness, or silent pain, share the story with them. Sometimes, a small smile can save a tired soul. This is wixxzup Wisdom. Your support gives us strength to create more stories. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you in the next video. Stay humble, stay grateful, and never forget to smile through life storms.